Hi, in today's episode I'd like to show you a couple of ways of doing the intro section of Mr. Sandman as played by Chet Atkins. And well, it all depends on the sound that you're going for or which way you find more comfortable. There are again a couple of ways to approach those chord voicings and do a couple of tricks and reshapes and stretches that will lead you to achieving this particular sound. And the goal is to make notes ring over each other. Okay, like a piano with a sustain pedal or like a harp a little bit. So the usual way that you can see on all Chet Atkins videos for the first chord, which is A major 7. Okay, here's the shape. Then we have this little movement in melody from major 7 to 6 of the chord. So as you can see, I moved my index finger to 2nd fret, which is quite a stretch. Okay. But there is also another way of doing it that won't require the stretch from 2nd to 7th fret, and it will use open first string for E note that we have in the chord. And the way I do it is starting with A major chord, and then I move my pinky to 7th fret of B string, then open E, and then 6th fret of the G string and 7th fret of D string. So we get this sort of A6 chord in 5th position, just with the index finger left out. So it's gonna look like this. Okay, so here are two ways of doing the same thing. For whatever sound you go, and whatever way you prefer, you like, they're all both valid and usable. Okay, further in the intro section we have B minor 7 chord and E7. Again, at least two ways that we can approach this thing. Okay, this is the first. This is B minor triad and minor 7. And then just a little shift from 5th fret to 4th fret. And this is our E7 chord. Alright, and another way of doing it is in 7th position. Again, E minor triad, minor 7 of the chord played with pinky, and the same thing, shifting from 10th fret to 9th fret. And of course there's also harder way of doing it, like again doing stretch, just like we had with A major 7, A6. Okay, this is B minor 7 with a stretch, and we can do also shift on the first string. So there's like a more difficult way, but again it seems a little bit logical. We apply the same pattern to different chords. So on the fretboard we see a clear movement of the voices of the chord, that they shift well to the next chord. Okay. So again, we can see that there are a couple of ways of transforming the chords to achieve the melody that we're going for. Okay. So I think that will be about it, because there's not much more happening on the intro. Just major 7, major 6 chord, minor 7, or easier fingering, and E7. Alright, in the next episode we'll have a look at the verse section and the chord movements, and we'll also have a more detailed look into what right hand does, how we finger the melody on the first and second string, and probably a couple more interesting chord voicings, pretty useful for all the other finger picking tunes. So okay, stay safe and subscribe, check other videos, check the previous episode, and see you next time.